Learning Tagalog language by Edupedia World. First, we're going to tackle about the phonemes. Every language makes us of a considerable variety of speech sounds. Not all of the differences among the sounds that occur in a language, however, used to distinguish words of the language from one another. Example, in English, the initial consonant sounds of the words goes and gives are not identical in their articulation. On the other hand, the difference between the initial consonant sounds of glass and class, sound of glass is the voiced, and the sound of class is the voiceless, which is they can and often does constitute the only difference between two English words. From the point of view of their function in distinguish the words of a language from one another, the speech sounds of a language arrange themselves into a system of contrasting classes. These contrasting classes are called the phonemes of the language. Two speech sounds of a language belong to the same phoneme if they cannot constitute the only difference between two words, and second, they have a certain degree of articulator similarity in ten or one another. Both requirements are met by the initial sounds of goes and gives, which are similar in being voiced stop, and the two sounds thus belong to a single English phoneme. Two speech sounds of a language belong to different phonemes whenever the difference between them may constitute the only difference between two words. Thus, the initial consonant sounds of glass and class belong to two different English phonemes. A speech sound that is a member of phoneme is also known as an allophone. Of that phoneme, which is the initial sounds of goes and gives are said to be allophones of the same phoneme. So next part, we have the phonetic and phonemic notation. Since the conventional Tagalog spelling does not reflect the pronunciation of the language with perfect accuracy of consistency, it is necessary to make use of a special system of notation for representing Tagalog speech sounds and phonemes. For the same reason, and to a much greater degree, a special notation is necessary for those speech sounds and phonemes of English with which the sounds of Tagalog can profitably be compared. So what is phonetic notation? When we say phonetic notation, that is accurate and consistent written representation of speech sounds in which each symbol represents one and only one sound. How about phonemic notation? When we say phonemic notation, that is accurate and consistent written representation of phonemes in which each symbol represents one and only one phoneme. Next, we have the citations. In conventional spelling are italicized, and English translations of Tagalog words and utterances appears between single quotes. First, we have here bukid for farm. The following list show that 23 symbols represent the vowel and consonant phonemes of Tagalog. We have here from A, B, D, E, F, G, H, I, K, L, M, N, Nye, O, P, R, S, T, Ts, U, W, Y, and the one symbol as you can see in the monitor. As can be seen, all but 3 of the symbols on the list are also used as letters in conventional written English, although the Tagalog sounds represented by the symbols are in some cases quite different from the English sounds usually represented by the letters. In addition to the above symbols for the phonemes of Tagalog, certain other symbols are used for the phonemes of English and for allophones of Tagalog phonemes. The meaning of these symbols is explained as the symbols are introduced. So that is phonemes, phonetic and phonemic notation. So thank you for listening, Edupedia World.